In the outer reaches of the solar system, Titan Colony was humanity's farthest settlement, a lonely outpost nestled beneath the thick orange haze of Saturn's largest moon. Established for scientific research and resource extraction, the colony was home to a small but dedicated group of scientists, engineers, and their families, a close-knit community bound by their resilience and the quiet pride of pioneers. Life on Titan was harsh but predictable. Days blurred together as colonists moved through the endless cycles of work and maintenance. The atmosphere, too dense with hydrocarbons and toxic gases, required them to stay inside massive pressurized domes or in fortified suits when venturing outside. Yet they were content, proud to be pushing the frontier of human knowledge and survival. But that changed one fateful night. It began as a faint tremor, barely detectable. Dr. Leland Grayson, the colony's chief geologist, noticed unusual seismic activity coming from a location just beyond the colony's perimeters. Grayson was meticulous, known for his attention to detail, so when he reported the anomaly, the colony leaders listened. What they found was unsettling, rhythmic vibrations growing stronger with each passing hour, as if something massive was moving beneath Titan's icy crust. Within hours, the tremors intensified. Alarms blared as Dr. Naomi Chen, Titan's head of communications, detected a faint, unrecognizable signal riding on the colony's broadcast frequencies. The signal was faint and garbled, and attempts to decrypt it yielded nothing comprehensible. But there was one unmistakable detail: the signal wasn't human. Grayson's face paled as he gathered the colony's leaders in the main operations room. This signal, whatever it is, isn't coming from Titan or any human vessel. We have to assume that someone, is approaching us, and it's massive. Panic stirred in the room. For years, humanity had suspected they might not be alone in the universe, but Titan Colony was far removed from Earth's military forces, left vulnerable with limited defenses and resources. And here they were, a small group of settlers in the shadow of what could only be an alien force, bearing down on them with intentions unknown. Over the next few hours, the colony prepared for the worst. Naomi Chen relayed a distress signal to Earth, but she knew it would take days, even with advanced communications, for a message to reach home. Reinforcements, if they came at all, would be far too late. They were on their own. Captain Ezra Volkov, Titan's security head and former Earth military officer, took charge, rallying the colonists with a calm authority honed through years of training. He had a rugged demeanor and a reassuring presence, someone who had faced danger before and knew how to handle it. "Listen," he said, his voice firm. "We don't know what's coming, but we know what we're capable of. We've faced every challenge Titan has thrown at us, and we've overcome. We'll treat this as just one more trial. Let's make Titan proud." Volkov and his team quickly assembled makeshift defenses from mining lasers, drilling equipment, and the limited arsenal available to them. The scientists redirected power to the colony's protective shields, fortifying them with all available energy. Engineers rigged explosives near critical entry points, ready to collapse tunnels or blast open walls as a last resort. Outside the dome, the alien force revealed itself, a colossal shadowy vessel that hovered just beyond the ridge. Its surface was sleek and dark, a monolithic structure with pulsing lights that hinted at intelligence and purpose. Its thrumming vibrations were a terrifying symphony that reverberated through the entire colony. Then came the first strike. A beam of energy, powerful enough to shatter rock, pierced through the Titan crust, aimed directly at the colony. The shields held, but the impact was enough to send people sprawling, knocking equipment offline. Alarms wailed, and emergency lights bathed the dome in an eerie red glow. The aliens weren't waiting to make contact, they had come to destroy. As the ground shook beneath them, Volkov shouted over the roar of collapsing walls, rallying his team. "Hold your ground. Divert all power to the shield generators. We can't let them breach the dome." Inside the dome, people scrambled to help. Dr. Chen maintained contact with the scattered groups, directing them to secure vulnerable points while continuing to transmit their distress signal, hoping for a miracle. Grayson, meanwhile, identified weak points in the ground structure, areas where a well-placed explosion might cause a landslide to block the alien ship's line of sight. Every colonist played a role, from scientists and engineers to the maintenance workers and children who ran supplies and relayed messages. Yet hour by hour, the alien ship's relentless assault wore down the colony's defenses. The shields began to flicker, losing integrity. People huddled in the central hub, watching in horror as the walls of their home trembled, dust falling from the ceiling with each impact. It seemed like only a matter of time before they would fall. As the end seemed inevitable, Dr. Chen suddenly gasped. "The signal! There's a change! It's like they're responding to us." She quickly analyzed the data, her mind racing. In their distress, they had overlooked the possibility that the signal wasn't just a threat. It might be an attempt to communicate. Desperate, she switched frequencies, broadcasting the universal signal for peace. Her voice trembled as she spoke into the transmitter, repeating in every known language, "We are peaceful. We seek understanding. Do not attack." For a tense moment, there was silence. Then the beam strike ceased. Outside the dome, the alien vessel hovered, motionless. A light flickered on its surface, blinking in a rhythm. Chen's eyes widened. It's Morse code. They deciphered the message. "We did not come to destroy. We came to test. You have proven resilient." The colonists exchanged glances, a mix of relief and disbelief on their faces. Volkov tightened his grip on his rifle, eyes narrowed. Tested? For what? The ship pulsed with one final message before it retreated, disappearing into the icy haze of Titan's atmosphere. "For strength, for unity. We will return, and when we do, be prepared to stand as one." As the alien ship vanished, the colonists let out a collective breath. The battle was over, but they knew their lives had been forever changed. The colony had stood on the edge of extinction, and in their resilience, they had proven themselves, both to the mysterious alien force and to each other. In the quiet that followed, Captain Volkov turned to his team, a small smile breaking through his hardened expression. "Today, we survived. Tomorrow, we prepare." From that day forward, Titan Colony became more than just a research outpost. It became a symbol of humanity's strength, a testament to their will to survive against unimaginable odds. As Earth received word of the encounter, new plans were drawn and defenses bolstered. Titan had awakened to a universe far more dangerous than they had ever imagined, but also a universe where humanity had earned the right to stand on its own. The last stand of Titan Colony would be remembered not just as a fight for survival, but as the beginning of humanity's journey to meet the universe, not as subjects, but as equals. And so, the tale of Titan Colony spread like wildfire, igniting a spark that would blaze through every corner of humanity's reach. What had once been a distant outpost on the edge of the solar system became a beacon of resilience, a rallying cry for those who dared to dream of more than survival. In the years that followed, Titan's stand would inspire fleets and colonies, adventurers and scholars, soldiers and dreamers alike. The universe had tested humanity, and humanity had answered, not with submission, but with defiance and courage. They would go on to build ships with walls of steel and hearts of fire, to forge alliances that would stretch across galaxies, and to carry forward the indomitable spirit of Titan's people. For in that frozen, inhospitable world, under skies tinged with Saturn's distant glow, humanity had discovered its true strength. Titan Colony would be remembered not merely as a place or a moment, but as a promise to stand, to endure, and to face whatever lay beyond the stars as one. And in that promise they found their destiny, not only to explore the universe, but to claim their place among the stars.